This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by Soleil Studio.
Ladies, this one is for you to kind of chime in, listen up. If you have been dealing with things like anxiety, or maybe you've been having some trouble sleeping. I know for myself, I get those racing thoughts, or I'm just like too aware of my legs while I'm laying in bed, and it just keeps you up at night. But there are some things that we can do to take care of ourselves and maybe quiet that voice a little bit, stretch the body out so you're ready for relaxation mode. And that could be a yoga class. So we've got Claire Knudsen, owner and founder of Soleil Studio, joining us back here on the CoastLife couch. Welcome back, Claire.
Thanks for having me, Leah.
Of course. And this is, I think, a great conversation, and one that is sort of based in feedback that you've gotten from your own classes, but some ways that you've found yoga and stretch, and maybe even your sculpt classes too, because it wears you out a little bit, that you've seen helping women in your class.
Yes. So I think as women especially, we put so much pressure on ourselves to do everything, to be everywhere, to do all of the things for everybody in our lives, and then we sometimes tend to forget about ourselves.
And because we have to do it perfectly.
Right, of course, of course. And you know, it's really important that we take care of ourselves both physically and mentally. And I've been having a lot of conversations with my students about just the overall benefit of yoga. I think a lot of people come for the physical aspect. They come because they want to move their body, they want to move in a way that feels good to them, which is amazing. Like obviously we love that, but there are so many benefits when it comes to helping improve your sleep quality, especially if you come and practice at night. There's nothing better than taking an evening class, going home, and then relaxing and going to bed.
That's so smart.
Helping with anxiety and depression. You know, it does help teach you mindful breathing exercises. We focus a lot on your breath when you come to the studio, and we do a lot of different breathwork exercises, you know, teaching box breathing, which can be helpful when you're feeling stressed, and just working on being aware of how you inhale in and exhale out of your body. And then of course, you know, the big one that we all need to work on is confidence and being in touch with your body, and just building the confidence that you need to feel comfortable day in and day out, because it is something that can be really challenging, especially as a woman.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you guys teach that breath work, because it sounds easy, right? We all breathe without thinking about it, but there is something to intentional breathing and keeping that rhythm with your own body that is harder than it sounds.
Yes.
And you guys help people accomplish that.
Yeah, it's the mind-body connection. You know, a lot of people are, like you said, you're mindlessly breathing. You need to breathe to survive. But when you pay attention to your breath, you are really able to regulate your nervous system. And when it comes to exercise, especially, like, your breath can help you work harder. You know, you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you start to understand the way that your breath works, you can work harder, you can work smarter, and it really does help build this connection with yourself where you do feel really comfortable in your own body.
Yeah. I mean, the other fun part for us ladies is as we age, so much is changing hormonally. It can affect our anxiety levels. You know, it looks different in your 20s than your 30s than your 40s and your 50s.
Yes.
Are you seeing, yoga help different age ranges of women with some of these symptoms?
Yes, I do have a lot of women who are either about to be in menopause or they are experiencing menopause and the symptoms that come with it, and it is widely different for everybody. And it is really important to find something that makes them feel comfortable, something that can help with those anxiety and depressive thoughts, and just to connect to their body in a time where they may not be feeling like they are in their own body.
Sure.
And it does really help to bring them back and just give them a little bit more of a sense of ownership. And I mean, we all are aware of the fact that your sleep is so important. And like we said, being able to come to a class and just calm your nervous system and be gentle with your body really does help set you up for success when it comes to sleep. It's not the only thing to do, but it is something that really, really can benefit everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And another group of women that I see who have been, loving yoga, and I know one of my very best friends, she's expecting a baby, and I know that prenatal yoga can really come into play and help alleviate, some tension in the body, stress, all of the good things.
Yes, for sure. It's really important, and I think one of the things that I love about our generation now that is having babies is that there is an emphasis on mindful movement and taking care of your body throughout your entire pregnancy, and making sure that you're taking care of yourself and the baby in a really safe way. And yoga is something that can be extremely helpful. Your body is changing, your joints are aching, you have a lot of pressure in places you've never experienced before. Well, there's ways that you can, take some low impact exercising like yoga to really continue to move, but not overdo it. Yeah. And yes, I do have pregnant students. It is something that is very important important to me, to make sure that as women are going through something really life-changing, that they're able to still maintain some sense of themselves and feel comfortable as they're doing so.
Helps to be part of that village, that that everybody rants and raves about.
That we all need.
So Claire, for folks who are listening into this and they're thinking, oh, this sounds really, really good for me, and they want to sign up for some class options, I know you've got plenty of different options that folks can sign up for. Where should they go for more information?
Our Instagram is at Sweat Soleil, so Soleil, and our website is sweatsoleil.com. You can check out a variety of different classes. For those who are pregnant and wanting to avoid heat, we do have warm, so not heated classes that are great if you're trying to be mindful of the heat. And then for people who just want to slow it down, our stretch class is amazing. It's very slow-paced restorative yoga. It is wonderful, regardless of where you are in your life, how old you are. Like if you are feeling like you need to take a break, hop in a stretch class. You will feel 10 times better when you leave.
Sometimes you just need a good stretch, and you just feel like you can breathe a little better, rest a little easier, all the things that our body needs to just...
Yes, I feel better after teaching it, if that says anything.
Well, Claire, thanks again for coming in and for taking care of our community in a very flexible way.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We've got some more fun to get to. More Coast Life coming your way when we get back.